looks like Big Anthony has a severe case of spring fever. But what happens when he tries to cure that spring fever with borrowing some of Straganona's magic? Well, sit back and find out in Big Anthony and the Magic Ring. Wintertime was very quiet in the little town of Calabria, where Straganona, grandmother witch, and her helper, Big Anthony, lived. People came from all over to Straganona to help them solve their problems. Big Anthony did his chores and tried to keep himself out of trouble. And every morning, Bambalona, the baker's daughter, would come to deliver the bread. One morning, the sun began to shine a little brighter. The sun began to shine a little brighter, and flowers began to bloom everywhere. Spring had come, and Big Anthony began to drag his feet.
Anthony!
Said Straganona.
Whatever is the matter? Your chores I haven't done. You're sleeping in a late. Every time I look at you, you're gazing into space and sighing.
Straganona, said Big Anthony. I don't know what's wrong with me. Everything in my head is so fuzzy.
I think you're having the spring fever. What you need is a little magic. Why don't you go to the village dance at the back of you up?
She only sighed again. It's silly. It seems so far away. Besides, who would want to dance with me?
Bambalona, the baker's daughter. Why don't you ask her when she comes to the parade?
Oh, who? Asked Big Anthony. For in truth, he had never even noticed her. That night after supper, while Straganona was tidying up her cupboard, she stopped and thought to herself.
A little nightclub. That's not such a bad idea. It's been years since I've gone to the dances or danced the tarantella.
Then she began to search through her cupboard, banging every drawer open and closed, searching through each one of them, and the noise startled Big Anthony, who was standing outside. What is Straganona doing? He said, peering around the door. Just then, after banging through the cupboard, she finally stopped and pulled out a tiny ring.
Ah, here it is. It's been so long since I've used this.
She took the ring and pushed it onto the first finger of her right hand, as far as it would go, and then she sang.
What timely band, my golden ring, listen to the song that I sing. Make me look as I do not, and to the village dance I'll trot.
Poof! There was a big puff of smoke, and when that smoke had cleared, there stood not Straganona, but a beautiful woman in elegant clothing. Big Anthony could hardly believe his eyes. Secretly, he followed her to the dance, where he watched her dance the tarantella all night. He watched her walk back home, where she stopped and took the ring and sang again. Oh, tiny band of my golden ring, again the little song they sing. The dance is done, the moon is swing, turn me back to me again. She pulled the ring off her finger, and poof! Once the smoke had cleared, there stood Straganona. Oh, said Big Anthony, if only I could get my hands on that ring. I'd be the most handsome man in all of Calabria, and all of the village ladies would want to dance with me. He decided that he'd wait for his chance, which came the very next morning.
Anthony,
Said Straganona.
I must go visit my grandchildren. Stay out of trouble, do your chores, and don't drag your feet.
Yes, Straganona, see. He waited for Straganona to leave, and then waited for the sun to set. He waited, and waited, and waited until finally the sun went down. And once it did, he ran inside to Straganona's cupboard, started banging the drawers open and closed, searching through each one of them until finally he stopped and pulled out the magic ring. He took the magic ring, pushed it onto the first finger as far as it would go, and then he sang. Oh, tiny band, my golden ring, listen to this song that I sing. Make me look as I do not, and to the village dance I'll trot. Poof! Once the smoke had cleared, he rushed to pick up the closest mirror he could find, and when he looked inside, the face in the mirror was certainly not his own. There, in the mirror, stood handsome Big Anthony. And now, for a little nightlife, he said to himself. He strolled into the village where everybody was dancing the tarantella. Pretty soon, he was surrounded by all of the village ladies in the dance. Young, old, fat and thin, pretty and, well, not so pretty. None of them had ever seen such a handsome man in all their life. Round and round they went, dancing the tarantella. But after several hours of dancing, Big Anthony began to get tired, but the ladies would not let him stop dancing. "Please, dance with us some more," they cried. "Come on, dance with us some more." They began to push and shove so much that Big Anthony got scared. "Oh, un momento. Please, let me catch my breath." Pushing and shoving and then grabbing and kissing only went on for more, so much that Big Anthony began to run. And the ladies at the dance began to run too, after him. He ran, and then he stopped. He tried to pull on the ring, but he remembered he couldn't. He hadn't sung the song yet. Then he began to sing, "Oh, tiny bat, my golden ring, again the little song I sing. The dance is done, the moon does wane, and turn me back to me again. Oh, please." He pulled the ring. And pulled the ring. But the ring was stuck. "Oh, Mamma Mia!" he cried. "What am I gonna do?" He began to run again, and the ladies chased him close behind. Finally, he was cornered at a big cypress tree. He began to climb up to the very top of the tree, and there he had nowhere else to go. "Oh, oh, help! Save me! Come now, you handsome devil! Please dance with us some more!" They began to shake the tree. So much they shook it and shook it and shook it so much that Big Anthony lost his grip and flew into the air. "Oh no! Now they're gonna get me for sure!" He landed on his big handsome nose in front of a little house. Straganona's house. "Anthony!" shouted Straganona. "Where did you get my magic ring?" "Oh, Straganona, I'm sorry. I just wanted a little nightlife, just like you said, but the ring is stuck. Oh, they're coming after me. Please save me." Straganona pulled out a flagon of oil and rubbed it on his finger, and then commanded him, "Now, sing!" "Oh, tiny bit, my golden ring, again, the little song is in the dance, down the moon is way, turn me back to me." When the smoke had cleared, there stood ordinary Big Anthony. "Where is he? Where is that handsome devil?" cried the ladies. "There's nobody here but me and Big Anthony," said Straganona. Wait, the ladies cried, and soon they were out of sight. "Oh, Big Anthony, you'll never learn," said Straganona. "Oh, Straganona, I'm sorry. Never again will I touch your magic. Never again." "Never you mind, Big Anthony. There's plenty of other kinds of magic in the spring. Ah, look, it's down below.